Hello, everyone. So today I'm recording before Mass for Xander's baptism. So you get to see me in a suit. So enjoy it because it doesn't happen very often. But today I want to talk to you about spiritually what to expect for Steubenville and to be prepared for what you might need to do spiritually while on this trip. This is probably one of the biggest things that we'll have to worry about on the whole weekend, particularly Saturday night with adoration. So I got two parts here. I got a part about what you should be doing, and I got a part about how we handle what the kids will be dealing with. So first for you, things you should be doing is praying. Again, it's a very high-powered, emotional, spiritually filled weekend. To go into it without having prayed some and without having tried to get in touch with God a little bit beforehand is sort of like going to a marathon with while training for a 5K. You can do it, but it's gonna be it's gonna beat you up a little bit. Secondly, if at all possible, go to confession right before the trip, because many times what will happen is you'll go on the trip and in the middle of the trip you'll be like, dude, I want to go to confession. Well, the lines are really, really, really long. And so if you can get to confession beforehand, then you'll have that taken care of, and it'll make more time for the kids to go to confession, which I think while confession is important, I think we all agree that's the most important thing, is for the kids to be able to go. So go to confession right before the trip if at all possible. If you want to, listen to some popular Christian music to help you, know what kind of songs are going to be played. Then finally, once again, pray. Pray, 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 pray. It's going to be super important, and you're going to be glad you did when we get there. It's going to be an awesome trip. Now, in terms of the kids, what we have to worry about is, Saturday night, particularly with adoration, the kids all over the place will experience all sorts of things. Things that there'll be laughing, there'll be crying, there'll be on the floor, there'll be standing, there'll be kneeling, there'll be doing all sorts of crazy stuff. It's going to look like a madhouse. It's going to be great. But what you need to be on the lookout for our kids is, like, one, how to pray with our kids. Some kids are going to have an emotional experience. They're going to need somebody to pray with them. And many times, kids will take care of that amongst themselves. But if you see someone of our group who you think could use some prayer, it's good to know how to do that. All you have to do to pray with a kid is go up to them, say, hey, I'm going to pray with you, and put a hand on their shoulder or on their back, whatever you feel more comfortable with, and then pray. You can use your own words. You can sing the song that's being sung. You can say a prayer out loud that they can hear. You can say it in your head, whatever suits yourself. And don't worry about what to say or what you should be praying for. Just pray in the essence of supporting that person in helping them experiencing whatever they're experiencing, kind of a thing. That being said, sometimes the kids will have a hyper emotional experience. And sometimes when these things happen, we need to sort of take them out of the room just so that, everybody else is not disturbed or bothered or freaked out by it. This is things like if somebody is like screaming, or if they are really like just bawling their eyes out really loudly, and not that they're being obnoxious, it's just they're really sounding obnoxious. Things like that, we should, just go over, hey, why don't you come with me, and take them out of the room just so they can experience what they're experiencing without being a distraction to everybody else and taking away from adoration. Once you have a kid out like that for whatever reason, you need to sort of talk to them and find out what's going on. They obviously need to get something off of their chest. So, just sort of talking about what they're experiencing, what they're feeling. This is why we want to talk to the kids each week before we get to the trip, so that they're comfortable doing this with you if need be. But when they start talking to you about what's going on, maybe it's just a matter of, I was very overwhelmed because I have a great love for my parents, or something like that. Okay, cool, no problem. And give them a second, calm down, take them back in, life is dandy. Sometimes what has happened in the past, not with us, but with other groups, is, you take a kid out, you find out, ask them what's happening, and they have something pretty big going on in their lives. They say, I'm really broken up about my parents' divorce, or I'm really struggling with some sort of a sexual sin, or I'm addicted to porn, or, things like that are a bit heavier. If that happens to come out, what you need to do is first, obviously, get a second adult in the room with you. That's mostly for your protection. I hate to say it, but that's the way the world is today. So get a second adult in the room with you. Just tell the kid, hey, okay, this is a pretty big deal. You can bring me in. I guess me or whoever else you think would be comfortable for the situation. Let me bring so-and-so into here so we can talk to you about this and help you through it. Then after that, the determination has to be made of, is this something that you can sort of help them through? Or is this something that you need to say, okay, let's just pray about it and then direct them towards, we direct them towards counseling or some other help. We call parents to say, hey, you need to take your kid to counseling or something like that. And that determination is made once we know what the situation is. But definitely get that second adult if something heavy comes out like that, just because of the kind of material it is. So then that's everything, you know. Once again, all the stuff we just said, none of it might happen. We might just have a very normal Steubenville and adoration, and the kids will be happy and wonderful and so on, and none of this might be happen. But that's why we do these videos, so that you are prepared, so that in case it does happen, we know what to do. So next video should be our packing list, and it's time to go in just a few weeks, so we'll see you later.